everyone, this is Vilgrim here to bring you a review for God of War. Santa Monica Studio really hit the nail on the head for probably the best God of War game to ever come out of that company. This game features intense combat, an amazing story, and dynamic cutscenes that grip you with powerful characters to show off just how great this game really is. Let's start off with the combat. The combat has vastly changed from the old games into this new over-the-shoulder camera angle that captures all the brutality Kratos is capable of. You start off with a Leviathan axe as your base weapon, and this thing packs a wallop. You have light attacks and heavy attacks that deal damage to your foes. It's a great combat system with a variety of enemies to deal with, making every encounter a game of chess. You don't hack and slash like in the previous iterations of the game, but instead you can dodge, block, or parry each attack as they come at you. They really stepped up the combat into something you have to think about before each encounter, as each enemy has to be dealt with in a certain way. Like the Revenants. I hate this enemy personally, but I can't argue with its design, as you have to use Atreus to shoot them with an arrow in order to hit them. I thought that was a great use of Atreus, and his skill with a bow. How are enemies in the game? Well, there are a large variety of enemies, mostly ranging around light enemies that take damage much easier, versus grunts that take more damage and require you to focus in order to deal damage towards them. They range from Draugrs, Hellwalkers, and Nightmares that add fire and ice to their base attacks. You got Travelers that are heavily armored so that you have to really concentrate when fighting them. There are these Dark Elves that are annoying because they block and fly away whenever you try to hit them. You got Trolls, Ogres that appear quite frequently within the game. The Ogres don't have that much variety, as they are all the same enemy when you break down their types. As for Trolls though, they are quite different throughout the game, as they come with elements to their attacks, like ice and fire, as one of their main attributes, which makes each encounter with them unique and varied. There are these rock creatures called Ancients that are the same with different attacks between them all, and have element effects as well, like ice and fire. Then there are the Valkyries. These are challenging boss fights that you can fight throughout the game, and they all have unique attack patterns for each one, with some shared abilities that are used to learn for the next Valkyrie boss fight that you encounter in the game. They are challenging, fair fights that will push you to the breaking point if you don't master their diverse moveset. They are a great boss fight that happens throughout the game, and adds another layer to the game's mass of enemies. Now let's move on to the story. The story will have you follow Kratos and the boy, also known as Atreus, but you won't learn his name as Kratos commonly refers to him as Boy. You follow them both throughout their journey into spread Faye's ashes, the boy's mother and Kratos' wife, at the top of the highest peak in all the realms. This will have you travel throughout the lands in order to find the highest peak in all the realms. The story is fantastic. It's a perfect mix of comedy, action, and serious moments that's shared between Kratos and Boy. You follow them along this journey, and along the way, you meet some new people like Sindri and Brock, who become your main weapon and armor shop in the game. And you meet Freya, a witch of the woods that comes out of nowhere to help you and the boy along your journey. The entire time, you're being hunted by this guy named Baldur, who is this tracker of Odin who hunts you and your boy down in order to get at Faye. The story is a gripping tale that changes constantly as you travel throughout the different realms to spread Atreus' mother's ashes. How is the world? Well, it's a big open world with tons of side quests for you to do. You have missions that the dwarves give you, and other side missions that are given to you the more you play the game. They range from simple to tedious depending on how much you are willing to go through every side mission within the game. You got some quests that make you collect bones for someone's dead wife, or you free a dragon from his chains and hope to God it doesn't eat you later. There are different realms inside of the game that you must travel to. You got Alfheim, which is the land of the Dark Elves, Helfheim, which is the frozen wasteland for the spirits of the dead that didn't die in glorious battle. You have Muspelheim, a fire inferno that has these challenge fights for you to do, and Niflheim, a misty fog area that times you on how long you can get through the area. Each place is dripping with atmosphere and unique worlds for you to explore. They all have their unique enemies and varieties of them. The world itself is filled with all types of things for you to do, and it only gets better the more you explore. They really emphasize the want to explore in the game because it rewards you for your curiosity. How is Atreus? He is a tag-along that follows you throughout the game and adds additional support throughout the game. At first I thought he would be pretty annoying, but over the course of the journey, he becomes quite a useful ally that shoots arrows of different styles. You got light arrows and electric arrows that add additional status effects to enemies. He'll jump onto enemies' backs, allowing you to get free shots onto enemies, and he can activate his own spells that add additional support when helping you fight these enemies. As you follow them both on their journey, you watch them change and grow throughout the game, which is a welcome detail that Santa Monica Studio added to the game as you progress through the story. They really put out all the stuff for you and the boy to go through as you travel on this amazing adventure. The game is fantastic. The story is brilliant. The combat is well cooked and well designed for this new iteration of Kratos. They could have gone with a hard reboot and stuck to their old guns, but they decided to make a brand new style God of War with this game. I'm so excited to play Ragnarok and see what mysteries await us there. This game has everything you can want out of a God of War title. It has beautiful graphics, the sense of scale between you and the world serpent is amazing, the details in every part of the game. This adds to its immersion and really sucks you into the game in all of its lavish beauty. In my final score, I'm giving God of War 9 Leviathan Axes out of 10. Thank you for hearing me ramble, and thank you so much for clicking on my video. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!